Joining us in studio is Olympia Terrell and Claudine Camacho, here to tell us more about this absolutely phenomenal resources that they were able to put together in this book. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And so tell us more of the idea. I know you've been working hard, almost over 2 years, to put this together. So what is Trees and Shrubs?
Well, the idea came because this is the 1991 version.
Wow.
This is the modern updated version, slightly updated, slightly revised. So this has been out of print for quite a long time. And so a couple years ago, we thought, yeah, let's do this. And I thought, that'll be easy. We'll just take it, you know, the information here, translate it over to here. And well, it took a lot of time. The reason being is that in science, names change a lot. And Claudine can tell you more about that, since she is a botanist.
Perfect. So Claudine, tell us more about the science side of this book.
Right, so Dr. Thomas Marler at the university went through and updated the taxonomy, so some of the names have changed, some of the families have even changed. We lost one plant, one tree that used to be named after Guam, Guamia. It's now called Myogeny, so that's just one example, but it's still a beautiful tree, and it's still special to Guam and the Mariana Islands. But there are other changes based on the order of the naming of the plant. You have to recognize who came first, and sometimes they weren't always correct when they first named the plant. So they go back and they check the records, and then they correct that. So that's been updated for this version.
Nice. And I also know you have the Chamorro names, the Carolinian names as well, some of the history, the uses. It's a very extensive book, and I know you also said it was laminated for a purpose, right? So maybe can you tell us more of like the goal and what you hope to achieve with this particular publication?
Well, we want to get people connected with nature again. Well, this is for teachers and for anyone, really. Wouldn't you say, Claudine, that this is not necessarily for experts?
It's meant to reach a broad audience. Anyone who lives on Guam, who visits Guam, who just wants to learn more about what makes Guam and the Mariana Islands special. We have a lot of things that are special to our area. And this is one way they can learn how some of our plants are similar to other places and some of our plants are special to our area. They'd be surprised to know that we have our own native tongan. We have our regular tongan that everyone knows about. We also have one that's unique to our area.
I didn't even know that. Very cool.
Yes.
Wow, this is a very
that's
extensive
in the
book.
book.
It's laminated and everything.
And one thing that was updated, for example, was the cycad. Cycas micronesica. Before it had a different name, but also in 2002 it was the most abundant tree on Guam.
Wow.
Now, because of the Asian cycad scale and other insects, you can hardly find them.
This is the cycad.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that is one of the other changes that we made. Is unfortunately some of our plants became listed by the federal government for their protection because they're now being attacked by predators or other threats. So that's one of the sad changes that was made when we updated the book.
Right.
Yeah.
And what would you say, I mean, would this be an important resource in conservation efforts moving forward?
Oh, definitely, because you can't protect what you don't know and how to recognize. So this will help people out there who may not realize they have something in their area that that deserves protection.
Right. Maybe even in their backyard. I mean,
Exactly.
we were saying a lot of these plants are, you walk around, you see them every day, but maybe you don't know what they're named or how you can take care of them, and you guys are the experts.
And that's why the launch is going to be so much fun, because Claudine and hopefully Lauren Gutierrez, whose many of her photos are in this book, will be taking us around the campus at UOG, and you can use this book to identify trees, and we're hoping that teachers and parents will attend the launch. Starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, 10 to 12, and it's going to be fascinating for people to walk around, see the trees, and be able to read about them in this book.
And even learn about some of their uses.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that was something that Dr. Rollerson incorporated. She did a lot of research. A lot of her passion went into the original book, and we've tried to retain that and just bring it out, freshen the pictures up, and also update it to modern taxonomy. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
And one more thing about Dr. Rollerson. So she passed away, I can't remember how many years ago, but she has a trust, a living trust. And the trustees of the trust agreed, and the Rollerson Living Trust paid for the printing of this book.
Wow.
And UOG Press is the one who edited Victoria Lola Leon Guerrero, and she'll be at the book launch as well.
Perfect.
So,
and this book, I'm sure, will be available in many stores.
Yes, it'll be available
hopefully.
After Saturday. It'll be available at the UOG bookstore, in local bookstores, and also online with the UOG Press.
Very cool.
So we're hoping everyone will get a chance to get their own copy, and they can enjoy botanizing.
Yes. Nice. And that's only $20, correct?
That's correct.
Very cool. So do not forget, this resource is fantastic, and they are launching this plant book on Saturday. We'll be back right after the break.